I'm Kevin Cirilli. It's time for the Daily Debrief. Let's get right to it. Forget about House Speaker Mike Johnson versus the Freedom Caucus. It's Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell versus former President Donald Trump. That's the divide in the Republican Party. McConnell and other Senate Republicans are looking for a way to advance additional aid for Ukraine. But that move is opposed by Trump and other conservatives. Trump's campaign has only emboldened his stranglehold on the GOP. And Trump has told Republicans not to negotiate on the border. But it's a decision that has caused the supplemental aid and border talks to completely break down. The United Nations top court ruled that Israel must take immediate action to prevent genocide against Gaza, but it did not order a ceasefire in Israel's war against Hamas. The UN's International Court of Justice is also hearing a separate case brought by South Africa in which South Africa alleges that Israel is committing acts of genocide against Gaza. The United States and Israel have dismissed those allegations. CIA Director William Burns will meet with Qatari officials this weekend to continue an effort to get a deal on hostage releases. President Biden has paused all new liquefied natural gas export as the Department of Energy conducts a review on LNG's impact to the climate. U.S. LNG demand has soared in recent years, particularly in Europe and Asia. Officials said that there would be exemptions for national security reasons. Environmentalists are applauding the move, which will no doubt be an issue in the upcoming elections. A former WWE employee is accusing the Wrestle Entertainment Company's top executive, Vince McMahon, of sexual assault and sex trafficking. The disturbing allegations also allege physical violence, according to the court documents filed in Connecticut District Court. McMahon forcefully denied the allegations, which also include that he trafficked the alleged victim to other men inside and outside the company. I'm Kevin Cirilli. It's time for your weekly rewind. Former President Donald Trump won the Republican New Hampshire primary, increasing the likelihood of a rematch against President Joe Biden, even as Trump's Republican challenger Nikki Haley vowed to stay in the Republican race for the foreseeable future. President Biden also won the New Hampshire primary, his re-election effort pulling off a successful write-in campaign against Congressman Dean Phillips, a Democrat from Minnesota, and Marianne Williamson. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropped out of the race just 2 days before the New Hampshire primary and backed former President Donald Trump. Shipping costs are surging as attacks in the Red Sea due to the Houthi terrorists continue. The U.S. carried out military strikes in Iraq and Yemen, targeting Iran-backed militant groups. Iraq's Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani condemned the strikes, saying they blatantly violate Iraq's sovereignty and considers the strikes hostile acts. Pentagon officials said the airstrikes were in response to the group's continued attacks against U.S. outposts in the region. The Gaza death toll has now surpassed 26,000 people, according to global health officials. Federal Aviation Authority officials have released new instructions for inspecting Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes. The announcement comes after the grounding of 200 planes following the blown-out door on the Alaska Airlines flight earlier this year. In order for any of the planes to be back in the skies, they're going to first have to undergo a 12-hour inspection. 21 million Americans enrolled in the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. That's a record number. This is now the third year in a row that they've set a record. Obamacare will be a key issue in the campaign. Trump says he'll repeal it. Hillary Clinton doesn't like the Barbie Oscar snubs. While Ryan Gosling was nominated for his role of Ken in the flick, Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig were snubbed. The former Secretary of State posted on X that both actresses are much more than enough. That does it for today's Daily Debrief. My name is Kevin Cirilli. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to The Hill's YouTube channel. And come on back here soon for the intersection between politics and policy.